So let's talk about a 7-minute morning ritual that's stirring up a lot of controversy. Why? Well, a Harvard neuroscientist is warning that it can literally rewire your brain so fast it might actually be dangerous. We're going to unpack exactly what's going on here.
And this is the quote that really set off the alarm bells. The idea here is all about super fast neuroplasticity, your brain's ability to physically change itself. But instead of being hailed as some kind of miracle, it got flagged as a potential risk. The big worry seems to be that if you start rapidly rewiring your own mind without any guidance, well, things could get pretty unpredictable.
And this really gets to the heart of the conflict, doesn't it? On one side, you have this serious scientific warning about the risks, but on the other, this exact same sequence is apparently an ancient practice, something used by Tibetan monks to get this incredible, superhuman focus and even manage their chronic pain. So what is it? A dangerous shortcut or a powerful tool for self-mastery? To really figure this out, we've got to look at this clash between modern science and this ancient secret. It's a pretty fascinating place where neurology and ancient wisdom collide.
Okay, so you've got these different camps, right? The source material points to this warning from Harvard's Brain Science Initiative about unsupervised changes being risky. But then you've got researchers like Dr. Joe Dispenza, who argue that these exact kinds of practices can shift your brain from a state of constant anxiety, that survival mode, into a peak performance creation mode. And then, to top it off, this is linked to Stanford research that reportedly confirms the first few minutes after you wake up are this incredibly critical window for brain rewiring. It makes you wonder, did ancient traditions figure this out centuries ago?
So what's the big deal about the first 7 minutes of your day? Well, it all boils down to this really powerful biological event called the morning cortisol window. This is supposedly the scientific key that unlocks the whole thing.
Every single morning, whether you know it or not, your body goes through something called the cortisol awakening response, or CAR for short. Your cortisol levels, that's your main stress hormone, they don't just gently rise. No, they explode, spiking up to 75% within just a half hour of you opening your eyes. And take a look at this chart. It shows you just how wild that morning cortisol spike really is. According to the source, this huge surge makes your brain incredibly receptive. It can either lock in old patterns, like stress and pain, or it can be used to carve out brand new positive connections. It's like you're at a critical crossroads for your brain every single morning. The best way to think about it is with this metaphor. During that cortisol spike, your brain is so ready to form new connections that it's literally like wet cement. It's super malleable, just waiting to be shaped. And this 7-minute ritual is designed to hijack that exact moment and purposefully stamp a new pattern into the cement before it hardens for the day. All right, so we've got the why. Now let's get into the how. We're going to walk through the exact 3-phase protocol. And the source material is really clear about this. Precision is everything here. The whole ritual is broken down into 3 distinct phases over just 7 minutes. First up, for 3 minutes, you've got what's called the neural reset breath. Then, for 2 minutes, the visualization lock-in. And you finish with 2 minutes of the intention imprint. Let's break down exactly what to do in each one. Phase 1 is the longest part, and it's all about the breath. The goal is to do 2 things. Flood your brain with oxygen, which helps calm everything down, and to activate your vagus nerve. You can think of the vagus nerve as the master switch that tells your body it's time to relax and de-stress. Okay, here's the specific technique. You're sitting on the edge of your bed, and you repeat this cycle 6 times. It's a 4-second inhale through your nose. Make sure you feel your belly expand. Then you hold it for 7 seconds. This is when the oxygen really saturates your brain. And finally, a long, slow 8-second exhale through your mouth. That long exhale is what flips the switch on your body's rest and repair system. It's a really precise pattern, designed for maximum neurological impact. So right after the breath work, your brain is said to be in what's called a theta wave state. This is the same state that monks can take hours of meditation to reach. It's the perfect window for programming your mind. You close your eyes and you visualize your perfect day. In super vivid detail, you feel the confidence, you feel the clarity, you feel what it's like to have no pain. And get this? The crucial part is that your brain literally can't tell the difference between a real experience and one you've vividly imagined. And finally, phase 3. This is where you seal the deal.
It's where you anchor those new neural pathways you just built. You open your eyes and you speak your main intention for the day out loud 3 times in the present tense. Something like, "My mind is sharp and my body moves without pain." Saying it out loud actually activates more parts of your brain, really locking in that new operating system for the day. It's like hitting save.
Okay, so you've done the steps. But what just happened inside your head? What's going on at the chemical level? Let's go under the hood and look at the actual science of the rewire. This entire protocol is engineered to kick off a specific neurochemical cascade, like a feel-good cocktail for your brain. The breathing and visualization release dopamine for motivation, serotonin to stabilize your mood, and GABA to calm anxiety. And that big morning cortisol spike, it doesn't just vanish. Instead, it gets redirected from scattered stress into pure, focused energy for you to use. Now, this is a massive claim from the source, especially for anyone who deals with chronic pain. The idea is that pain can become this reinforced loop in your brain, a pathway it just automatically follows every single morning. This ritual is designed to interrupt that loop right when the cement is wet, stopping the brain from just defaulting to its old pain signals and letting you set a brand new path. So, what's the payoff? The source material doesn't just explain the how, it lays out a really clear timeline of what you might expect. So what kind of 30-day commitment to this actually look and feel like? The source lays out a pretty incredible timeline. It claims that within just 72 hours, you might already notice better focus and less morning stiffness. By the end of week 1, better decision making. Then, during weeks 2 and 3, it suggests you could see a dramatic reduction in pain. And the final goal after 30 days, peak cognitive performance, with brain fog and chronic pain either way down or gone completely. But, of course, we absolutely have to cover the warnings. First, consistency is everything. Missing even one day can apparently set you back. Second, if you're new to this kind of breath work, it's a good idea to start with just 3 minutes and build your way up. Also, be prepared. You might have some emotional releases like tears or anger as old stress leaves your system. And this is really important. If you have any severe cardiovascular issues, you should definitely talk to a doctor before you try any techniques that involve holding your breath. And this is what's so wild. After all that complex neuroscience, the big warnings, the powerful claims, the time investment is tiny. The entire protocol, this whole potential brain rewiring for peak performance, is all built around just 7 minutes a day. So that's the full breakdown of this controversial morning ritual. It's this fascinating mix of ancient practice and modern neuroscience, all laser-focused on that critical window right after you wake up. The source material leaves us with a final, pretty provocative thought. The potential to rewire your brain is right there, every single morning. The only question is, are you ready?